Which can beat Pokemon Yellow faster? A Gyarados with this insanely broken level 5 moveset from Pokemon Red and Blue? Or an Exeggutor using egg moves and trade back moves from Generation 2? In my very first challenge on this channel, I went through all 151 Pokemon in the Pokedex trying to beat just Brock on minimum battles. And the biggest takeaway I had there was that there are tons of top tier Pokemon that simply can't even get through the first gym without at least some level of level grinding. And Gyarados and Exeggutor are excellent examples of this problem. In Pokemon Yellow, Gyarados starts with only Tackle on its moveset, a major nerf from Pokemon Red and Blue when it actually started the game with an insane moveset of Hydro Pump, Dragon Rage, Bite, and Leer. Of course, if we had that Pokemon Red and Blue moveset, this Pokemon would completely crush the first gym. But with Tackle, it's borderline impossible, even after fighting every single trainer in this section of the game. And normal Exeggutor is even worse, because Barrage is not even perfectly accurate, hits a random number of times, and is going to do 1 damage per each hit, and Hypnosis can just be healed up by Brock's 5 full heals per Pokemon. So neither of these Pokemon has a single shot of getting through this first gym on minimum battles, unless we do something different. We trade in a Pokemon from another game, giving it a completely broken moveset at the beginning of the game that will actually allow it to get through. But there's one problem. The one thing that every trainer who does these Gen 2 tradebacks completely glosses over when they do these runs: disobedience. Disobedience is hands down the worst status condition that you can ever have in these games, because in essence, it creates approximately a 50% chance that your Pokemon won't even do what you want them to do. Sometimes they'll hit themselves in confusion randomly, sometimes they'll go to sleep, and every additional level that you gain once a Pokemon becomes disobedient actually makes them even more disobedient. I'll throw up the equation for disobedience here on this screen because it's way too complicated to go through, but this is going to be the actual challenge in this run. These are two of the best possible Pokemon to run in the game with these updated movesets, but will they be enough to beat the game on minimum battles without an infinite number of resets when we account for disobedience? Let's find out. But first, let's break down some rules. Number 1, this is a solo challenge, no items in battle, no other Pokemon in battle, all the standard stuff. On top of that, we're going to run on 0 DVs or 0 IVs for those of you coming from later gens, as we do in all of our solo challenges. That way we know that we actually have the worst possible Gyarados and the worst possible Exeggutor as we go through the run. On top of that, these are going to be traded Pokemon, so they're going to be subject to standard disobedience. What that means is that we're going to have to get relevant badges to actually make our Pokemon behave properly. Otherwise, they're going to completely disobey us in battle. Because they're traded Pokemon, we have to lose the Rival 1 fight because it's impossible to have a traded Pokemon before Rival 1. Now, this is a minimum battles challenge, so no optional battles whatsoever are allowed. We can just simply reset, we can use rare candies in order to level up, but those are the only options that we get in order to get through a major challenge. And we're going to avoid using TMs as much as possible. We will use a couple for each Pokemon, but we're going to definitely avoid anything that's generic or broken. Things like Bide, Double Team, Rest, Substitute, Toxic. We're just not going to use those moves because everything can learn them, and that wouldn't really tell us anything interesting about these Pokemon. So with all that being said, let's get into the challenge proper and see how our 2 Pokemon do in the first section against Brock. So the first task in this run is to lose the Rival 1 fight, because of course you can't trade a Pokemon before you've even gotten the Pokedex. But after that, you can actually trade in Gen 1 even if you have only 1 Pokemon in your party. There's no restrictions from simply trading your starter away and getting a new Pokemon in exchange. And so from that point, we can basically do the run with these Pokemon, using traded movesets, and it's technically legit. Of course, for simplicity, I simply use the Ultimate Pokemon Randomizer to change my starter, and I'm using Gamehook in order to set both their trainer ID number and their moveset so that we can treat them just like the traded Pokemon that we set up in the intro. Unfortunately, Pokemon do not become disobedient until they reach at least level 11. Up to level 10, they're always obedient regardless of the badges that you have, which means that the bug catcher in Viridian Forest is an absolute joke. So the only real question is, at level 6, will we be able to beat Brock, even with these better moves? Exeggutor actually has trouble losing the Rival 1 fight due to the fact that its only non-damaging move is Hypnosis, so it's Gyarados who's getting to Brock first. Let's see how it goes. So let's take on his Geodude here. We're going to lead off with Dragon Rage, one hitter. And, oh, we get stuck in Bind. Are you kidding me? Come on. There he misses Bind. Dragon Rage, one shots. That's the thing. Brock is just not a challenge. We can destroy him 100% of the time. With our Exeggutor that knows Mega Drain, we just Mega Drain, and that's a one shot there. We get to level 7, Mega Drain, and that is a one shot there. We get to level 9. We can get to level 10 before we become disobedient, but we're going to become disobedient. Just understand. And disobedience is the worst thing that can happen to a Pokemon. So both of our challengers completely destroy Brock, and that's exactly to be expected. That was the entire point of using these movesets. But don't let this color your perceptions. This does not mean that this run is necessarily easy. In fact, of the 5 Pokemon that I've run in this sort of setup so far on the channel using Gen 2 tradeback moves, only 2 of them have managed to beat the game with them. And 3 of them completely got walled in this section. Vulpix even ended up with over 700 resets before Rival 2. So we're really banking on our stats and our strong moves to get us through. After this Rattata, we're going to reach level 11, and now we're disobedient. So we're just hoping to use Confusion. Fortunately, we get the roll right there. That's nice. We're going to pop a potion to heal up, and now we'll just move on. Now, when we're disobedient, basically now it's basically 50-50 that our Pokemon will actually use the move we want it to use, which is Confusion here. But it can also do that. Loafing around, it can also use a different move instead, and that uses up the PP of the move that we wanted to use. Here it just said it won't obey. Here it won't obey. There we finally land Confusion. Oh, and he's using instead Barrage. Come on. He won't obey. And we get horned attacked and we die. So yeah, that would be a cakewalk battle, basically, if not for this disobedience. We would have just, you know, what, maybe 2-shot these Pokemon? So there we get Confusion turn 1. And here we use Hypnosis instead. That's actually pretty good. We get a Mega Drain off. Nice. Here we use Barrage instead. And now we finally Confusion. So we win on the second attempt. But the only reason that these 2 Pokemon, particularly the Exeggutor and the Gyarados, are going to be pretty good here overall is because of the fact that their moves are actually strong enough to knock out opponents. And they have the stats that allow them to take the hits that they're inevitably going to take from not being obedient, basically, and just extending fights. You got to think about the situation, right? Imagine you're in this situation where your opponent is a guaranteed one-hit KO. You're always going to one-hit shot them, right? But then assume that your Pokemon has a 50% chance at least of not actually attacking your opponent. What that means is that you now have like a 50-50 shot of them hitting you. And if you get enough of those 50-50 shots in a row, you may end up losing a fight that was otherwise a guaranteed win. That's pretty much where we're going to see here in these runs. Now, with these Pokemon, it's not going to be as big of a deal, but I'm going to come back and do this with a couple weaker Pokemon, and I think we're going to see that it makes a massive, massive difference there. This is where the next major factor comes in. You see, in order to beat the game with a traded-in Pokemon on anything close to minimum battles, you have to be able to take out Jesse and James here in Mount Moon, which is not an easy task when your Pokemon doesn't obey, can get poisoned, can get flinched by bite. I mean, there are just tons of ways to lose that fight. And then the Pokemon also has to be able to beat Misty on minimum battles. And if it can't beat Misty immediately, it has to be able to beat rival number 2 on minimum battles. Those are all major walls to most Pokemon that you would think of as trade backs. Here, let's take on Jesse and James. This is where confusion makes a big difference. In the last one that I did of this, we did not have confusion, which meant we were like really hoping for some like hypnosis luck and Mega Drain luck. Here we're getting Mega Drain when we don't want it. Come on. We're trying to use confusion here, which I'm pretty sure one-shots. Okay, we finally take that one out. I'm gonna try to Mega Drain on Meowth. Oh, Bite is doing so much damage, and we get wrecked by Jesse and James. So it's slightly better, but not that much better than last time. Okay, so let's go for confusion again. There is the one-shot on Ekans. Here we get a Bite. We use confusion on this Meowth. That's fine. We go barrage and knock it out. Cool. We're 2 coughing. We use hypnosis. Okay, that's kind of fine. And then confusion knocks it out. So rather than sitting here resetting for like 20 minutes, which is what happened on the last run, we just needed 2 attempts there to get through that fight. Now we're just going to heal up here with a couple potions, just to make sure that we're good and ready for Jesse and James, since this is actually the hard fight. So let's just see, can we actually win on the first attempt? Well, Dragon Rage hits Ekans, so that's fine. Here we disobey. Okay, now we use Dragon Rage. That was perfect. We Dragon Rage there and we knock him out. So the fact that Dragon Rage is strong enough to just one-shot everything is basically the reason why we could get through that fight pretty easily. No resets up to this point, but that's actually pretty typical for Gyarados here. I've done this run up to this point like 4 times now, so I know that this is actually pretty darn consistent. And when we did God Carp, I mean, Dragon Rage just carries the entire early game, you know? Or sorry, that was Legend Carp when we did it. Had no resets up to this point. But now we need to get more obedience. Once we beat Misty, we'll be obedient up to level 30, so we're going straight to Misty's gym here. If we can, then we're going to have an easy time in this next section. If we can't, this is going to be a nightmare. So the strategy against Misty is just to try to get Dragon Rage. It's not going to one-shot here, but fortunately Tackle's not going to do that much. But if we can't obey, we took tons of damage there. We leveled up to level 17. Oh, we hit ourselves in confusion randomly because that's what you do sometimes. Here she's using Harden, and we actually take our first loss to Misty. Purely because Godfish would not listen to anything that we were telling it. If it just uses Dragon Rage 4 times, it will win here. So here we're going to go for Dragon Rage again. Okay, used Leer instead. Good job. Okay, there we bite. So we have more HP going into Starmie. We use 1 Dragon Rage. Come on. There we go. We get the 2nd Dragon Rage. So we win. The whole point here, though, is that would be a 100% consistent fight if we were just simply obedient. It's the fact that our Pokemon is not obedient that causes us to have so much trouble there. So Gyarados takes his first reset against Misty, but does get the 2nd badge and is now obedient for the next section. Meanwhile, Exeggutor is actually lagging behind because it's had a little bit worse luck with its own disobedience. But if it can beat Misty on the first attempt, it might just catch up in this next section. Alright, here we're going to try to Mega Drain. Oh, we used Confusion instead on Staryu. It's basically fine. Staryu and Starmie are only going to use Tackle and Harden here because of the fact that we are a Grass-type Pokemon. They think that water is resisted by grass. That's the way Gen 1 AI works. So here, 3 Mega Drains takes out the Starmie. We get to level 18. We beat Misty on the first attempt. And we're moving on. We've only got 3 resets so far on this run. Not too bad. Just about 11 minutes right now of real time. And unlike Gyarados, we could probably go straight to Lieutenant Surge because we don't really fear him. And we saw last time that we didn't quite get to level 30 on Erica. So I think it's fine. Here, let's take on Rival 2. And we have the advantage now that we're obedient until level 30. So we actually have a decent shot here. We're going to go Confusion to knock out the Spearow. We're going to go Mega Drain on the Sandshrew. Nice. I'm going to go for Confusion on Rattata. And we're going to go for the Confusion
here on the Eevee. It's very close to knocking it out. There, we'll just finish it off. Nice, nice. All right, we're going to take on rival number 2. This one should be a cakewalk now, because now we're actually obedient. So here, we can even go Hydro Pump there. Yeah, get wrecked. Here, we'll just Hydro Pump that one. Nice. Here, the Rattata, we can just Dragon Rage it. And then we're going to go Hydro Pump here on Eevee. It's not quite a one-hit KO. Okay, Bite will finish the job. There we go. So yeah, we win immediately there because he can't do anything to our Gyarados. Our Gyarados is completely OP. So both of our challengers easily beat Rival 2 and Misty, and it's all due to the fact that not only do they have amazing stats, but they actually have the movesets that they need that even when they're disobedient, they can still do decent damage and get through these fights. But now we get to their second major advantage, the fact that both Gyarados and Exeggutor are in the slow level up group. Now usually that's terrible for solo runs because they level up so slowly that you don't even manage to keep up with the levels of your opponents. But in this case, we actually want the slow level up group. Traded Pokemon already gain XP at an increased rate. Basically, a traded Pokemon fighting a wild Pokemon is just like fighting a trainer, and fighting a trainer is like a trainer times 1.5. So every battle actually gives way more experience for these Pokemon. Now, in the case of Pokemon in faster level up groups, say the medium fast or medium slow groups, they will actually level up too much in this next section and get above the level cap for obedience, causing them to be disobedient again before they even get a chance to fight Erica. However, in the slow level up group, if you only take minimum battles, you can actually reach Celadon City below level 30. So then it's just a question of whether or not you can beat Erica on minimum battles, and if you can, these Pokemon are probably going to be obedient for the rest of the run. That's why we should look at this race as really a best case scenario. Both of these Pokemon are ideal for this sort of challenge, but we're not just going to leave it at that. This is really part 1, and we're going to come back with part 2. We're going to take 2 Pokemon that are far worse suited for this and see just how much worse they really are when they have to account for disobedience. More on that in the outro, so stick around till then. But for now, both of these challengers, Gyarados and Exeggutor, have no troubles in this section, and it's straight on to Rival 3. Gyarados has a slight time advantage, so we'll check that fight first. So Rival 3, here we go. Let's beat this guy up. Here, I'm gonna bite his Spearow. Nice. I'm gonna bite his Rat. Oh, nice. Here we will Hydro Pump the Sandshrew, and I vote we Hydro Pump the Eevee. Oh, look at that. We just one-shot all of his Pokemon. So here, let's take on Rival 3. Let's go. This guy, I'm just going to Confusion his Bird. We're going to Confusion his Rat. We're going to Mega Drain his Sandshrew. And now on the Eevee, it's actually going to be a 2-hit KO here. We got the one-hitter with Gyarados, but don't think it matters. Easy, easy win. Let's come rub this old man's belly. Or I guess rub his back. Rubby, 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 rubby. You know. We're doing all kinds of stuff here. We're a man of many talents. Best back rubs in all of Kanto. So with Rival 3 going down, we reach our first deviation in routing between these 2 Pokemon. It's pretty obvious that Gyarados would get completely destroyed by a Thunderbolt, so we're not going to take on Lieutenant Surge. Instead, we're going to go straight to Erica and Celadon City. At the same time, we have a resistance to electric with Exeggutor, so it makes perfect sense to get the 3rd gym badge right now, and that may improve its routing enough to catch up just a little. So here for Lieutenant Surge, I'm going to use Hypnosis. Thunderbolt did decent damage and paralyzed. Ooh. Let's see if we can actually manage to get some Mega Drains off. There we go. We're going for Mega Drain just to heal up because, you know, he did a lot of damage, but there we go. We win. Paralysis, doesn't matter. It was a 4-hit KO, but we were able to go straight to Surgy Boy and beat him immediately.
So with a third gym badge in the bag, we can at least say that this run is knotted up. Exeggutor and Gyarados are both performing very well, but in this next section we're actually going to see that Exeggutor has another advantage. Because while its moves are not as strong in terms of raw base power as the moves like Hydro Pump that Gyarados has, it has better type matchups in this section, and it has more PP. That means fewer trips back to the Pokemon Center. In the same section, Gyarados doesn't have a good answer for any of the grass types, which means it keeps getting paralyzed or poisoned and has to backtrack to heal up. So it's actually Exeggutor that reaches the Rock Tunnel Hiker first, in spite of the fact that it routed to fight Lieutenant Surge, and Gyarados has not. So let's check out how that fight goes for these two challengers. So we're to the Rock Tunnel Hiker. Let's take this guy on. Should just be a matter of Mega Drain. Oh yeah, we get to the level 28. We can learn Stomp over Barrage. Oh, look at that. Mega Drain. And then how about a Mega Drain? There you go. How you like that? Easy. Yes. So here we go. Let's take on the Self-Destruct Hiker. So this guy, I'm just going to go Hydro Pump and pray that it doesn't miss. There we go. 2 down. And the Graveler get wrecked. Yes, we get to level 28 right there. So we're 2 levels away from becoming disobedient again. So at this point, both of our challengers are in exactly the same spot, and they're both making their way to Erica. They need to fight Erica as soon as possible to get obedience guaranteed and locked in until level 50. Fortunately, they both have access to moves in this section that will make this not actually that terrible. While Gyarados' moves wouldn't do enough damage to knock out Erica as they are right now, it's going to get access to Ice Beam, and Ice Beam could be the trump card here. And for the Exeggutor, well, it can get access to Psychic, a same type move that will be super effective against 2 members of her team, so I think this one might just work. She always wished she could be Sabrina. So here, let's use Psychic right here. It's looking to be maybe a 2-hitter if we get a good range here. We did get the special drop, so nice. Here she's dropping Acid, but we one-shot that one. We get to level 30 here. She drops Acid again, but we one-shot the Gloom, so we get to get her badge. And at this point, we know, basically based on the Gyarados results, that we no longer have to worry about disobedience. Disobedience, not really a thing anymore, because, you know, we're obedient till level 50, and we're not going to get to level 50 until we're like Giovanni. So we're going to have to beat Sabrina before that anyway on minimum battles. So this is fine. Here, let's just come in and fight this guy and just be like, haha, you can do nothing to me. Nothing, I say. And here we can even just stomp on his bat. Just stomp his bat. Somehow this giant egg tree stomps on a bat that's flying in the sky. It's just like, come here, come down here so I can stomp on you. Pokemon logic. It just makes perfect sense. Come on. Here, Ice Beam. And Mega Drain didn't do that much, so there we can even Bite Tangela down. Let's go Ice Beam there. We freeze Weepin' Bell. I'm just going to Dragon Rage it down from here. She can't heal the status. But now we get to level 30, so one more level, we would become disobedient. She goes Petal Dance. We hit the Ice Beam, and there we go. We now have guaranteed obedience until level 50. So now let's fight Giovanni. This should be easy. Let's try. Let's just go Ice Beam here since it's 100% accurate. Nice Ice Beam there. Perfect. Now we could learn Leer. Do you want to learn Leer? No, we do not. And here, let's Hydro Pump on the Persian. It's not quite a one-hitter, but their Dragon Rage will finish the job. We got flinched once. Didn't really matter in that fight. Here, we're just going to Mega Drain right there.
and we will Mega Drain right there. Easy win. And then we'll Psychic on his Persian. It's not quite a one-hitter. It is a two-hitter. And we get an easy win at 28.5 minutes of real time at 4 times speed. Yet again, I'm not a speedrunner. These aren't like perfect times or anything like that, right? You know, I stopped to scratch my nose earlier. Yesterday, I stopped to scratch my back, like in the one part of the shoulder where you can't reach. And I say that, now I have to itch my back. What the heck is this? Oh, this is terrible. Let's fight rival number 4. Your strategy is definitely to go Psychic on the Fearow. It's going to go Mirror Move, but that does nothing. Vulpix, I'm going to go Psychic again. We are up against the Vaporeon team. Your Mega Drain should destroy Sandshrew, nice, and Psychic on the Eevee. Oh, easy victory. Look at that. Here, let's get up here and fight rival number 4. We don't even want to take on Surge yet. Let's fight this guy. Here, we can Ice Beam his Fearow, nice. Vulpix can get Hydro Pumped. Cool. Now, Magnemite. Yeah, I'll stick with the Hydro Pump. There we go. We're just going to Ice Beam the Sandshrew. And here, let's just Hydro Pump the Eevee. Oh, look at the easy wins. The easy wins. So we've just completely destroyed this section. We've only got one reset. And, you know, that's just a matter of luck, guys. Let's take on Ghosty Mama. Where this should be maybe an Ice Beam. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Gyarados just destroy all of Kanto now. He's like, I'm filled with rage. Dragon Rage. It's just Ice Beam there. Cool. Arbok, I'm going to go a Hydro Pump. Easy one-hitter. Weezing, let's just stick with the Hydro Pump. One-shot that one. Get to level 35. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is just not hard. Not hard at all once you get the levels. But this is a run that would convince, I think, most people that, oh yeah, you know, trade back Pokemon are completely OP. Because look at them gaining extra XP and, you know, they got stronger moves and all this and all that. But we're going to just see as we go through this in a couple more runs that it's not as good as you probably think it is. This is truly the best case scenario. So there we get through all the channelers. We can make our way to Ghosty Mama, against whom I think Mega Drain is the play. It's an easy one-hitter. And now Jesse and James, we're just going to spam Psychic the whole way. We haven't even really gone for any Hypnosis strats because I don't think they're necessary on any of this. I think you just sit here and just one-shot things with Psychic because we're just so OP. Get to level 35 right there. Oh, this is broken. So Mr. Fuji, he's saved. He gives us a flute. You know, old guys giving you things that you didn't want. Like, I have a present for you. Here, have a flute. Nobody asked you for a flute. No, like, it would be one thing if we had known that we needed a way to wake up Snorlax and he was like being helpful. It's probably how it's supposed to work. That's probably how Game Freak intended us to play the game. But no, we just saved you and you just gave me a flute for no reason.
So with Jesse and James and Lavender going down, and both of our challengers seeming to have no troubles getting through the game, this is looking like a cakewalk. Post disobedience, there's really nothing to worry about. And that would be the case in most of these trade back runs. If you can simply beat Erica, it just turns into a normal solo run, but with extra XP. But if you've watched a lot of my minimum battles content on this channel, you'll know another thing. We've completed over 2/3 of the required battles in the game, which means experience is going to become harder and harder to come by. And opponents in the late game of Pokemon Yellow have a vicious level curve, where suddenly from Koga onward, everything is basically level 50 and higher. And while Blaine will almost certainly wall Exeggutor, we can also guess that the rival's Magneton could be a major problem for Gyarados. So the question is, which one can get through those challenges faster? But first, we gotta go back and take on Lieutenant Surge with our Godfish.
So here, let's start by going for a Hydro Pump. Oh, and we outspeed in one shot. Oh, look at that. Oh, you got completely destroyed. And we are going to learn Thunderbolt now. I'm going to learn Thunderbolt over Dragon Rage. Bite can flinch opponents, and we are reasonably fast, so I think that's the way to go. And so after smacking Lieutenant Surge in the face with an overgrown carp, we can now move on through the game, but we can also say that there are no more easy trainers left in the entire run. So now we have to determine our routing. In the case of Exeggutor, I thought the best decision would actually be to take on Koga first, then go take on Rival 5, Sabrina, and then after we've gotten all the possible experience, we'll go and take on Blaine. For Godfish, on the other hand, Koga's AI will cause him to always want to use Sleep Powder with his first and third Venonat against this Pokemon, which could make it really tedious to get through if we can't just one-shot with a move like Hydro Pump. So I decided to take on Rival 5 and Sabrina first, and then go take on Koga after the fact. And since you can't reach Blaine without beating Koga, it means that we're gonna reunite these two Pokemon's runs once we get to the Blaine section. And since Exeggutor is currently in the lead, let's see how it does in this middle game first. Okay, so here we're gonna go Psychic. Okay, we one-shot that one. The second Venomoth is faster and it's gonna use Toxic 100% because the game thinks we're weak to poison. Okay, so we've made it to Venomoth. I think we have to put this Pokemon to sleep. We get hurt by Toxic, but then we use Psychic. It appears to be a 2-hit KO, and there we go. We've beaten Koga on the first attempt with our Exeggutor. And that basically means that we're good to go for a while. Like, yes, we're going to struggle against Blaine, I guess. I shouldn't say we're good to go for a while because Blaine's going to be tough. Okay, so here we dig out. I don't think we want to take on Blaine yet. I think we want to go and take on our rival. And thanks to badge boosts in speed, I mean, we're pretty close in speed to the first couple Pokemon on his team, at least. He is using the Vaporeon team, so we are going to have to deal with the very fast Ninetales that will never outspeed, but still might be possible. Let's see. So here I'm going to save the game. Let's fight. Let's go, buddy. So here, obviously, we can go for Hypnosis, and we can just Mega Drain to get all of our HP back. Nice. So now he's got Magneton out. I think this is another spot for Hypnosis into Mega Drain, just because we want to have as much health as possible when we get to that Ninetales. So it's a 4-hitter there. Ninetales comes out, uses Ember, we put it to sleep. Let's go Psychic here, and Psychic again. It is a 2-hit KO, nice. Kadabra comes out, it goes Psybeam. We get confused, are you kidding me? But there we stomp it, and we're gonna stomp it again, nice. And out comes the Vaporeon that knows Aurora Beam. So we're putting it to sleep. Mega Drain to heal up and do damage. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. He potions. Oh, I don't think it matters. There we go. We have beaten rival number 5 on the first attempt. I'm just going to drop this max potion just to make sure we're on full health. Save the game. Let's come up here and fight Giovanni. Here, we're going to go Psychic. That's a 1-hitter on Nidorino. Here... Oh, we don't have any Mega Drains left, so I guess Psychic is the way to go here. Okay, and he growls at me, but that's basically fine. Psychic, one-shots Rhyhorn, and we've still got plenty of Psychics here, so we just one-shot the Nidoqueen, and we beat Giovanni yet again on the first attempt. There's really no issues in this run at this point. Like, Exeggutor is legit OP in Gen 1. Like, it's a legitimately really, really good Pokemon. I think we're getting an S-tier finish. That's my prediction. But let's see how we do against good old Sabrina here. We do resist Psychic. That's a huge advantage. And we do have a really good special stat. Also a good advantage. But we don't have speeds. She's got the whip, guys. So here, I'm going to just stomp that one. Nice. We're just going to hold down A on stomp on this one. I think this is the strategy. If we can just manage the hits, then I think we're good to go. Because it's basically a 2-hitter if she doesn't recover. And we're even doing more than half. So yeah, we get through right there. I'm going to try to put this Alakazam to sleep. We do. But then we get Psychic down. Okay, woke up, used Psychic. But yeah, there seems to be at least some possibility of getting through this. Oh, that was stupid. But this isn't really a rare candy spot because it's not like we could really avoid, you know, getting knocked out here, I think. Okay, we do get that one to sleep this time. Okay, she did X defend, but we get a critical hit there. Nice. We get to level 42. We're going for Hypnosis again here. Okay, we land the Hypnosis. Now I'm actually going to go for Psychic, kind of hoping for some special drop action. Come on. Yes, we're landing some Psychics. Oh, look at this. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There we go. Psychic got us through Sabrina. There's one thing she respects. The guy who whips her with Psychic. Come on. That's how you get to Sabrina's heart. You just use Psychic against her. Oh man, I have one of those like itches on your shoulder that you can't reach. Oh god. Oh, speedrun dead. Oh, it would be so terrible to be a speedrunner. Be like on a world record pace and then have like a really bad itch and be like, I have to scratch this itch, and then you lose the world record by like 1/10 of a second because you scratched an itch. Imagine that. Imagine being a speedrunner that lost everything to an itch on that one part of your back shoulder that you can't reach. Oh man. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, it's like, have you ever had that? I've had that. I just had that, but obviously I've had it plenty of times before. It's the worst feeling in the world when you have an itch that you can't reach. Anyway, let's go. Rival 5. So he's going to lead off with the Sand Slash, of course. We're going to Hydro Pump it. Oh, and we missed 2 Hydro Pumps in a row. Ice Beam's not enough to one-shot. Oh, and we're just getting wrecked on this first attempt. I'm going to play it out. Here we get Hydro Pump on Magneton with a crit. Are you kidding me? Okay, and now we've been Sand Attack is the problem. Oh, we get Tail Whip. Oh man, we're just missing everything. And we're poisoned. Okay, Kadabra Psybeams me and I die. Oh, that was terrible luck. Like, the critical hit on Magneton was nice, but otherwise that was terrible. So here, Hydro Pump one-shots there. Here, Hydro Pump is not a one-hitter there. But can Ice Beam finish it? It does. We Hydro Pump here. It's not guaranteed that he's going to go Psybeam here. But he goes Psybeam. He can also go Disable. He can go Recover. He can go Confusion. Doesn't have to go Psybeam there. He's not that smart. Gen 1 trainers do not calculate the highest damage output move. So here we knock that one out. Here, we've already seen that if we get a critical hit, we one-shot there. But if he gets a critical hit, he one-shots us. Oh, that's terrible too. Oh, we get poisoned again because we missed with the Hydro Pump. Come on. We need Guts. If only Guts were an ability in this gen. Okay, Hydro Pump hits, so that will one-shot there. We get to level 38. Used Recover, so we one-shot the Kadabra. Now we Thunder Shock. Oh, it doesn't do that much. No! But, oh, we got the critical hit. He Sand Attacks. We've got 1 HP and we knock out rival number 5. Oh, he got wrecked. He got completely wrecked. I'm going to full restore here. Just because I think it's going to be a good move here against Giovanni. Let's save and let's get into this fight. Let's go. So here, the Nidorino Hydro Pump. Easy. Oh, not one-hitter. Thought it was an easy one-hitter. Now the Persian we're definitely Hydro Pumping too. and we're just gonna bite it now. Okay, Rhyhorn we can Ice Beam, and that should just go down. And then Nidoqueen, let's Hydro Pump, and that is a one-hit KO. So easy victory. We're all the way up to level 40 right now. We're 10 levels off of our obedience threshold right now. So we can gain 10 more levels without becoming disobedient. We don't really need to take anything in any particular order here, because next is either Sabrina or Koga on minimum battles. And I mean, everybody comments on the whip, and we know the whip. We know what that's about. Come on. So here, we get flashed. We bite her. Hey, sometimes people do bite, right? We get two-shot there by the Kadabra. It didn't appreciate our biting, our nibbling. So there she uses Kinesis. She uses Psywave. She gets a good Psywave. She uses another Kinesis, another Psywave. Oh, look at that. She's just like swapping back and forth. She's like, I'll lower your accuracy a little bit, and then I'll kill you a little bit. Then I'll lower your accuracy a little bit, and then I'll kill you a little bit. How do you like that? The just sheer and utter destruction that we're getting here from Sabrina. Come on. Come on. We got this. So there she X defense, and she goes for whatchamacall, reflect, but there Hydro Pump hits, and there we finally won. There we go. Sabrina, no problem in the end. Okay, so now we have no choice. We've got to take on Koga. Let's just see if we can finally beat him this time. So here I'm going to save the game. Let's fight. Let's go. So here I'm going to Hydro Pump the first Venonat. That is a one-hitter. Hydro Pump is a one-hitter. We leveled up to level 42. Hydro Pump is not quite a one-hit KO there. That might be a range on the third Venonat though. Now we just need to wake up. Come on. And Double Edge did so much damage. Oh god. He goes Toxic. We miss Hydro Pump. And we get wrecked. Oh, man. But seriously, we might have just needed a better range on that last Venonat. So here again, Hydro Pump one-shots. Hydro Pump one-shots. Oh, not quite a one-shot. Here we'll bite. Okay. Here we miss, but he misses. And we get the critical hit. So we one-shot there. He misses Toxic. Now he goes double team, but we hit through that. We're going to go for the Ice Beam just because it's more accurate. And there we go. We beat Koga. Second attempt. No problem. No problem at all. Now we can go take on Blaine. Blaine is not going to be an easy trainer. Contrary to popular opinion, you might be like, you're water type. You've got this. If you think that, you haven't watched enough of my videos. All the channel members are like, oh, Blaine, oh god. This is going to be terrible. Terrible. We know the truth that Blaine, actual final boss of the game. So with both of our challengers clearing the gauntlet of the middle game, we can now return to the side-by-side view, where we can see that Good Eggs has still maintained a pretty big speed advantage on our Godfish. In fact, while Godfish was still fighting Sabrina, it was time for Exeggutor to take its first shot at the Blaine fight. But this could be the deciding factor. If it struggles with Blaine a lot, Godfish could catch up and even take the lead. Let's see. Flamethrower. Oh, we survive a flamethrower. Okay, we put this one to sleep. Now I'm just gonna go Psychic, and Psychic. Okay, so that knocked that one out. We get to level 43. He misses Fire Spin. I'm gonna just give a little Mega Drain action here. Takedown took me down to 2 HP remaining. Psychic and Psychic. Okay, we need Reflect. Like, we really needed Reflect. Or a miss. A miss would have been fine too, but we made it to Arcanine on that one. So here, let's just drop a couple of rare candies and see if it makes any difference or not. We have 9 in the bag right now. We're going to go up to level 45 here. Save the game. Let's try again at this level. Okay, so there we get this one to sleep. We are confused, but this is still a 3-hitter. Oh, we got a 2-hit range there, though. We get a growl from Rapidash, and we get wrecked. All right, then let's just even add a couple more rare candies here. Let's just add 3 more. Let's get to level 48 here. Save the game. Let's try this again. You know, Gyarados used some rare candies before the league too, so I don't think it's that bad. But we're definitely losing time. Arcanine, Fire Blast. Okay, so I do think that we now go for rare candies. Sorry, I accidentally activated him, so I'm just going to fight him one more time. And then we're going to go for more rare candies here. This is obviously not going to be consistent, but it doesn't even seem to be super reasonable because we just need so much luck. And at the end, it's all about the move he uses. Okay, Flamethrower, but we survive. Yes, we get Arcanine to sleep. Okay, Psychic. Oh, we win. Just before I was going to use more rare candies. And we get to level 49. Level 49. But 55 minutes in. Okay, we have to go fast from here. We have to go really fast if we're going to match our rival, which is that Gyarados. That Gyarados has such a great moveset for the late game. Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Hydro Pump, Hyper Beam. Oh, it was ridiculous.
So even with using all the rare candies, we ended up with 24 resets there for our good eggs against Blaine. And of course, that gave enough time for Godfish to catch up and get to the Blaine fight itself. Now, remember that these runs are being done on 0 DVs and without any stat boosting vitamins. You could definitely get this fight to be more consistent by simply using those, but I think there's no way to get through without using some rare candies in order to get Exeggutor's level up. So now Godfish definitely has a chance to gain the advantage, beating Blaine in the first couple of attempts. It might just be able to get to Giovanni first and take the lead going into the Pokemon League.
Tombstoner Brothers. All right, so Blaine, first attempt, we're going to come in and just go Hydro Pump and miss the first one. Second one is not quite a one-hitter, but Bite does the job there. We level up to level 43. We get growled at, but we one-shot Rapidash. Nice. We get Takedown from the Arcanine. Now it goes Reflect, and that is not quite a one-hitter, and we get knocked out. See, if we don't miss with Hydro Pump, we'd be just fine here. So let's try again. Here we get confused. We've missed the first 2 Hydro Pumps. There we finally hit a Hydro Pump. We're going to bite him. Nice. Now we're on to Rapidash again. It uses Fire Spin. Oh, great. And then Takedown. Hydro Pump will one-shot. Takedown from the Arcanine. That's 2 losses in a row to Blaine. It's clearly possible. We just need to actually land the hits. And we should have gotten through on the first attempt if we had just hit the Hydro Pumps. That's always the frustrating part here. You know, like, it's not like this is impossible or hard. It's just, you know, like actually hit things, maybe? There we go. So we beat Blaine, we get to level 44. So sure enough, Godfish does manage to beat Blaine before Exeggutor, but it's not as big of a difference as you might think, because even Godfish ended up taking a ton of resets on that fight. We could have won on the very first attempt, we just got bad luck, but we can also see that this fight isn't perfectly consistent even when you have a really strong water type. Blaine's Pokemon will almost always be at a much higher level and have a speed advantage, allowing them to use moves like Takedown, Stomp, and Fire Spin in order to take out even Pokemon that should have a type advantage. And because Exeggutor won on the very next attempt against Blaine, it turns out that they're virtually neck and neck reaching the Giovanni fight. But Gyarados will come up first. All right, so we knocked that one out though. Hydro Pump will knock out Nidoqueen. We just need like a guard spec or something. Oh, we outspeed here because of the Screech. Okay, that's fine too. And Rhydon, we hit it. And once again, it only takes one attempt to get through Giovanni. That guy is a chump, a joke. But let's see. So here, first things first, I'm just going to Mega Drain on this Dugtrio. It's a 2-hit KO, but that's perfectly fine. We get to level 50. Here, we're going to go Psychic on this Persian. It's a 2-hit KO there. Nice. Let's just see. Yeah, so we're getting Tail Whipped by this Nidoqueen. I'm just going to use some Mega Drains just to get some health back, and then let's just go for Psychic here. We've got a bunch of badge boosts, but we level up to level 51. Mega Drain one-shots the Rhydon though, so that was an easy first attempt victory. 57 minutes into this run. Let's go fight our rival. Let's destroy this guy now. Here, Hydro Pump easily knocks out the Sand Slash. Nice. We've got Ice Beam right here. Perfect. Let's go in Magneton. I have Hydro Pump. He Thunder Waves me. Now he Thunder Shocks me, and I'm fully paralyzed. And we take the first reset there for Rival 6. I think if we just get a critical hit, we're pretty much golden though. But if we manage to get that, then we're going to get through to the Ninetales basically on full health. So here, Ice Beam, nice. Hydro Pump. There's the critical hit we were looking for. We're going Hydro Pump on Ninetales. That's an easy one-hitter. Kadabra, Psybeam is not the end of the world. We get a nice crit there. We're going Thunderbolt. Acid Armor doesn't matter against our Thunderbolt. We paralyze it. And there we go. We take down the Vaporeon. So, yeah. A lot of this run is coming down to just needing to get a critical hit on Magneton. And once you crit Magneton, you're basically good to go. Let's see if we get an overlay here. No, we don't. Okay, good. So here I'm going to just Mega Drain on the Sand Slash. Oh, we get poisoned. Rip. Terrible. Here we're just going to stomp this one. It's just going to want to use Poison Powder against us, I believe. But here now we can, I guess, just Psychic and hopefully Psychic. Oh, come on. Oh, we're getting such bad luck here. Okay. So we get to Ninetales. It uses Ember. We survive. I'm going to go Psychic here. And we get knocked out by the poison. If we were not poisoned, we would have won. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it from there, because we would have been able to heal up some damage. Let's go Mega Drain again. He's going to Poison Sting again. That's fine. So against Execute, I think we want to get it to sleep, and then we just want to stomp it down. We do not want to get Poison Powder. Let's go Hypnosis on the Magneton. Nice. Psychic. And here a Mega Drain just to get our health back up. On the Ninetales, it uses Ember. We get burned. No. Okay. So we put it to sleep. We're going to go Psychic here. And Psychic again. Okay. Kadabra comes out. It uses Reflect. Here I think we go Mega Drain on the basis that we're burned. So we'd be doing less damage anyway. Uses Reflect again. Psybeam doesn't do that much damage. So we're just going to keep Mega Draining here. And we've still got some Mega Drains for the final Vaporeon. We miss. Oh, it goes Acid Armor. Goes Mist. Come on. Oh, we just can't hit the Hypnosis. There we go. We finally hit Hypnosis. Now we can Mega Drain it. Mega Drain it again. It does not know whatchamacall. Oh, it doesn't know Aurora Beam anymore. Okay, so that's fine. We just win. Let's go and let's just see, because I mean, it got rid of our status with Haze, so that's nice. Thank you. Thank you, Rival, for getting rid of our status. So through all 8 gyms and with Rival 6 going down, this is the closest race that we've done on the channel ever. This is a difference of mere seconds. Exeggutor is very slightly ahead due to the fact that it had only 1 reset on Rival 6, while Gyarados had 6 resets in that battle. And in terms of time and my own personal scoring system, this is as close as it possibly gets. Now, in case you're interested in how I scored these Pokemon, the full details are in the description below, but basically it takes into account resets,
optional battles, TMs, and broken TMs. And using my weights, this comes out to a 0.2 difference between these two Pokemon, and we can see that it's pretty accurate given that they're both in approximately the same place. Now, for both of these Pokemon, I decided to go to the power plant because we can get one more rare candy and a PP up there. And in a minimum battles run, just that one extra power point in one of our strongest moves, or getting one extra level at an opportune time, could mean the difference between success and failure as we go into the league. And both of these Pokemon have potential walls here. In the case of Exeggutor, Lorelai's Jinx, Lance's Pokemon, and the champion's Ninetales, which is going to outspeed us, could all be potential roadblocks. Then for Gyarados, we have to deal with the fact that it doesn't have anything good for Agatha, and it could also end up getting walled by any Pokemon with strong electric type moves, like Lance's Dragonite or the champion's Magneton. So as we go into the league, for each member of the final Elite Four, we're going to start with whichever Pokemon is currently ahead in terms of total time, and we're going to just see if either of them hits a wall that puts them so far behind that they end up losing the race. This could be incredibly tight.
Here we go. So first things first, I'm going to try to put this Dugong to sleep. We do get it to sleep. Cool. So now we're going to Mega Drain it and Mega Drain it. And how about a Mega Drain for good measure? Nice. So we get to level 53 right there. We're still slower though. We do put Cloyster to sleep though, so we can go ahead and just Mega Drain. We resist everything from Slowbro, funny enough. So this is actually one of the easier Pokemon in a sense. Like, we can put it to sleep. Oh, it used Amnesia. Rip. Here, I'm just going to stomp it then. The one that we have to be worried about, I think, is Jinx. Jinx is scary. Ice Punch. And she's only going to use Ice Punch every time. So I think this is a spot, honestly, to use rare candies, especially because we can see it's getting to be pretty close time-wise. So I'm going up to level 55 here. Let's just go. Let's try this. So in this one, Dugong uses Aurora Beam, but we're going to put it to sleep. Mega Drain. Mega Drain. And it goes Aurora Beam again, so we'll just knock it out there. Cool. We were faster than Cloyster. Oh no, it's a speed tie with Cloyster. Rip. That even makes me want to use like one more rare candy here. Oh wait, that's 88. Oh, we're still going to be slower. Okay, we got an attack drop, but that shouldn't matter. In fact, it's a badge boost, so we'll take it. Here we are faster than Cloyster though now. So we can knock that one out. And that is a badge boost in speed, technically, too. Okay. So she used Withdraw, so I'm just going to go Mega Drain here. Easily knock out Slowbro. Cool. Jinx Ice Punches. Gets a critical hit, too. Are you kidding me? So here, Dugong is almost a two-hitter. I'm just going to stomp it down here since I'm at full health. Here we get Cloyster to sleep. Nice. So we're going to just Mega Drain. Then we can probably even stomp it down. Nice. Slowbro goes to sleep. So I'm just going to spam Stomp here. Or no, I'm not. I'm going to put it back to sleep. And I'm going to go into the Mega Drain here. There, she Super Potions. Doesn't matter. All right, Jinx, give me a good range. Ice Punch. We put it to sleep. We Stomp it. It's going to be a two-hitter with Stomp. Normally, we knock her out. We're faster than the Lapras. We put it to sleep. Mega Drain. Looks to be maybe a 3-hit KO here. And it is. We have beaten Lorelai. Thank God. We get to level 57. So here, against Lorelai, first attempt, we're not going to use any rare candies just yet. Here, Thunderbolt's two-shotting on these first couple Pokemon. We get Spike Cannoned here. Okay, but we knocked that one out. On to Slowbro. Oh, and we hit ourselves in confusion. No, we're still confused. Oh, we got a critical hit there, though. Jinx puts us to sleep, and I think we're getting wrecked. Yeah, that was kind of terrible luck in some ways. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Lorelei, I think we can beat her. Thrash, Thrash. We finally wake up, but we're down to 2 HP here. Thunderbolt is not going to one-shot there, not even close on the Lapras. So I think we can justify using some rare candies here because this is a race. So let's just go up to level 50 first. That's another damage rounding threshold. Let's just see. Level 50, how does it go? We don't want to over level too much here. So this is looking like a pure 2-hitter now on the Dugong. Nice. Cloyster. Spike Cannon is not that big a deal. We knock it out. Cool. Now, Slowbro gets paralyzed. He hit us with Psychic, but we're going to knock it out. Cool. Here, Bite and Bite to take down Jinx. Get to level 51. Thunderbolt. Got a nice critical hit there. And we knock out the Lapras. There we go. So level 50, 51 was perfectly fine for getting through that fight.
So both challengers struggled and had to use rare candies in order to get through Lorelei, but Gyarados got through 6 levels lower with fewer attempts. It remains incredibly close though, as even while Gyarados is starting his first attempts against Bruno, we managed to get to Bruno with Exeggutor as well. So this is still completely neck and neck.
So here for the Bruno fight, I don't think this one's hard. We just Ice Beam there. I mean, I think we can really do whatever here. Let's see, even Thunderbolt. Oh, it doesn't quite do the job. We want to land, whatchamacall. We will learn Hyper Beam here over Bite. Let's go Hydro Pump on this Hitmonlee if we can hit it. Perfect. Now, Ice Beam on Onix just because it's perfectly accurate. I'm going for the Hydro Pump here on the Machamp. The X defends. And we get through Bruno. First attempt, no problem. The play. So here, sure, I'll just Mega Drain there because I can. Then Psychic. Oh, he's faster with Hitmonchan though. Oh no. The X defense though. Oh, Bruno. You absolute legend. Oh, and he tries to use Earthquake on me. Good job. Get to level 58 right there. And then Psychic one-shots the Machamp. Never in question. Full health at the end of that fight. Oh, that was stupid.
Reaching Agatha, Exeggutor is ahead by 2 minutes of in-game time. Let's see if it can keep this advantage.
Oh, let's see. So here, I'm just going to go Psychic here. And that one-shots Gengar. Psychic one-shots the Golbat. Psychic one-shots Haunter. Psychic will one-shot the Arbok. We level up to level 59. Here's where I'm actually going to try to put this opponent to sleep. Oh, I get put to sleep. No. No, come on. Oh, he's just using Confused Ray over and over again. Okay, we're no longer confused. We got Gengar asleep. Psychic and Psychic. We beat Agatha on the first attempt. So here on this one, let's just go Hydro Pump. And we're just going to stick with the Hydro Pumps here. Get a Mega Drain. Mega Drain. Oh, that was a strong Mega Drain too. We're going to Thunderbolt her a couple times here. Just want to keep her lower on health there. Here, let's Ice Beam on the Golbat. Okay, Leech Life's not that big of a deal. Cool. We're going to go back to Hydro Pump here. We get confused and we're hitting ourselves in confusion. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, Agatha. Oh, what a typical Agatha fight. It's like, we could win. We could also completely lose. You know, if we just hit ourselves in confusion every single turn. It was stupid. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to Hydro Pump here, but we'll just Ice Beam there, I guess. Level up. Nice. So Hydro Pump. should do the job here. Oh, we're just being confused every single turn, though. Okay, so there we finally knock out Gengar. Hydro Pump. And we're just going to stick with Hydro Pump and miss. Great. Ice Beam. Hyper Beam. Okay. Okay, Ice Beam here. We're going for the Ice Beams because if we freeze, then we're just guaranteed to knock out that Pokemon. Okay. Oh, we're confused, though. She's going Dream Eater. There we go. So we do get through. We didn't have to use our rare candies there.
So while Exeggutor got an easy win against Agatha on the first attempt thanks to Stab Psychic, Gyarados struggled quite a bit there, opening up a 3-minute real-time lead on 4 times speed here for our Exeggutor going into Lance. If it can get through the Lance and Champion fight fairly quickly, it might just take this one down before Gyarados even has a chance at the Champion.
Okay. So we get Hyper Beamed there, but we're going to put this one to sleep. Now I'm just going to Mega Drain a couple times. I'm going to get some health back. Okay, from here I think we can just go Psychic. He used Dragon Rage, it's fine. Okay. We are faster here, okay. So we can use this as another spot to Mega Drain a couple times. And then once we're basically at or very near full health, we can just knock that one out. Let's go for the Hypnosis here. He Ice Beams me. Okay, we finally knock that one out, or get that one to sleep. Oh, but we're just missing all of the Hypnosises. If we just land Hypnosis, I think we got this. I think we got this. Okay, we get the second Dragonair to sleep. Just Mega Draining here to get health back. Because we know Aerodactyl's either going to use Fly or Wing Attack. Of course, we're kind of hoping for a Wing Attack there. Okay. I'm just going to use Psychic here and pray. Oh, and it's not enough. We cannot one-shot with Psychic, so we do have to put that Pokemon to sleep. Important to know. We do have one rare candy in the bag as well. Okay, we've made it back to Aerodactyl. It flies. We survive Fly. We can go Psychic there, and then Psychic again. And now we're slower than the Dragonite. Oh god, we need Leer strats here. I'm going to rare candy here to avoid the level up in the middle of the fight. And now we're hoping for Leer strats. And the point is that we're out of rare candies, so it's not, you know, oh, use rare candies here. Okay, we get Leered there. Let's just heal here. Okay, so we knocked that one out. We're just going to try to keep healing up on this Dragonair. Here, I'm just going to Psychic him down once he wakes up. Here, I'm just going to Psychic this one down because it knows Ice Beam. Wing Attack is nice. Oh, we get a sleep there. Nice. Yes. Okay, he Hyper Potions, but that's still just a healing loop, and we're going to win. And then he hits Fire Blast. We survived. Yes. Okay. Dragonite. Come on. Yes, we get the 2-hitter on Dragonite. We get to level 61 going into the Champion. So here, I'm going to go Thunderbolt on the Gyarados. It's not quite a 1-hitter. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. So here we probably do need to use at least one rare candy. Dragonair 1 goes down. Dragonair 2 goes down. Here. I mean, Hydro Pump is the stronger move. Oh, but we get critical hit there. Here, I'm going to pop one rare candy, because one rare candy gets us to a damage rounding threshold at level 55. That might be enough to just guarantee the one hit on the first Gyarados. Let's try. There we go. We get the one hitter. Ice Beam right here. Takes out Dragonair 1. takes out Dragon. Ooh, does not take out Dragonair 2. That's a range. Swift from Aerodactyl, so Hydro Pump does the job there. We're 2 Dragonite at level 56. It's not a one-hitter, but he gets frozen. Oh, we destroyed him. I don't think he was going to beat us. That's fine. This is all fine.
So Exeggutor took 11 resets in order to beat Lance, with many of those resulting in it getting all the way to the final Dragonite before it lost, so it lost tons of time on this section. In fact, Gyarados now has a 5-minute lead thanks to the fact that it only needed 1 reset to get through this fight. This is the point where we see Gyarados' better overall move pool, giving it a massive advantage, allowing it not only to win the fight, but beat Lance 5 levels lower, with many of its rare candies still left in the bag. Exeggutor, on the other hand, has spent all of its rare candies. It's all or nothing at this point. It's entirely banking on Gyarados to hit a wall here against the champion if it's going to have any shot of winning this race. But let's get to the Gyarados run and find out.
Let's go. So here, we're going to Hydro Pump the Sand Slash, of course. We're going to Hyper Beam against this Alakazam. Nice. Exeggutor, we're going to Ice Beam it. Oh, we get Leech Seeded. No. Come on. Come on. Hit. We got 1 Kinesis, and now we just don't hit anything. This is all perfectly fine, clearly. So Hydro Pump will knock out the Ninetales. Let's just see what Hyper Beam does there. Okay, we get Thunder Waved and then Thunderbolted and we lose. So clearly we need a critical hit again against that Magneton, but we have rare candies in the bag. So we're just gonna slam these rare candies, all 8 of them. That's gonna get us up to level 64. And then let's just try again. Let's see if we can win. Come on. So here we're going to lead off by Hydro Pumping the Sand Slash. Nice. Against Alakazam, we're going to go for the Hyper Beam, of course. That is a nice one-hitter. Ice Beam. We freeze Exeggutor. Oh, that's nice. We don't really have much to use Thunderbolt against. Oh, he full restores. No. Oh, God. I should have gone for the stronger move and just taken him out. Here, Hydro Pump. Here, let's go for the Hyper Beam. Oh, we get the crit. Yes, yes. Oh, Thunderbolt this Vaporeon. Thunderbolt it to death. Quick attacks. But, oh, we got this. Yes. There we go. So there we go. We got through the entire game. That was pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. Just gonna say. I don't have any major regrets about this. So, yeah. Godfish. Pretty godlike and finishes with 94.8. That is definitely an S tier finish. We got through the game in the end with 32 resets and 2 TMs. Not bad. Especially given that we took no optional battles. We didn't have to use any broken TMs. We just used the 2 most logical TMs in the game for this Pokemon in the form of Ice Beam and Thunderbolt. I think that makes sense. Hyper Beam we got via level up. We had Hydro Pump since the beginning of the game. Completely OP.
So in the end, it was thanks to its excellent move pool, its higher speed, the fact that it didn't need to use so many rare candies so early, and the fact that it only took 1 reset to beat the champion, that Godfish is the winner of this race. With that being said, Exeggutor actually led most of the run, proving that it's also no slouch when it comes to beating the game of Pokemon Yellow. If you only give it access to a better move pool to get through Brock, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. But since Gyarados has locked up both the score and the speed win, the last question we need to answer is whether or not Exeggutor can still maintain an S tier finish after all of these resets on Lance. Let's find out if it can actually beat the champion within just a few attempts.
All right, so here the champion I think we start by just going Mega Drain, and that's an easy one-hitter. Here, I think we just Stomp. Psychic hits, that's fine. We're just going to stick with the Stomps here. Here, Exeggutor, I'm just going to put it to sleep. Let's go Psychic even. Nice, we get a special drop there. That should help us heal up a little bit. We're just trying to get health back at this point because we know we got Ninetales coming up. And we know that Vaporeon, I believe, does in fact have whatchamacall. Oh, he's just going to go Fire Spin every single turn, though. Oh, we need the Fire Spin miss. Come on, Fire Spin miss didn't come in, so we lose the first attempt there. But I think we got this. I think we got this. Okay, so we knock that one out, get to level 62. He misses the Fire Spin twice, and we missed both of our Hypnosises. Are you kidding me? We got 2 Fire Spin misses in a row, and we couldn't land a Hypnosis. Oh, this is terrible. This is actually really bad. Oh, man. Okay, so we're just putting this one to sleep so that we can Mega Drain it. We'll be back at full health. Oh, he full restores. He's like, I think like 1 in 12 or something to do that. It's really low chances that he uses the full restore, or like 1 in 16. So here we didn't get any accuracy drops. That's good. Here, Exeggutor, go back to sleep, buddy. Okay. Oh man, this Exeggutor just doesn't want to go to sleep. So Stomp, Stomp, and Stomp. Okay. So we're back to Ninetales, of course. He misses Fire Spin, and we miss the Hypnosis again. Okay, there he misses Fire Spin, and we get him to sleep. Yes. Okay. Now we get a special drop as well, and we knock out the Ninetales finally. Here, we're going to put Magneton to sleep so that we can sit here and heal off of it with Mega Drain. We just want more HP going into the Vaporeon because I believe that it is going to have Aurora Beam. Yes, it does. We miss Hypnosis. Okay, we land the second Hypnosis. Mega Drain. Mega Drain. He's going Aurora Beam, but Mega Drain finishes it. And there we go.
So unfortunately for our good eggs, they just weren't good enough to be able to beat the Godfish. In fact, Gyarados was already making its way to our final post-game challenge to beat Mewtwo at the very same time that we finally got to the champion with our good eggs. So let's answer that final question. Can these Pokemon beat Mewtwo on minimum battles? Let's just, do our last little thing here. We know what we gotta do. We gotta go take on this Mewtwo. It's Mewtwo up here. Disrespecting our name. We know it. We know Mewtwo's all about the disrespect. So this does get me wondering if this Gyarados is capable of just beating Pokemon Red and Blue on super minimum battles. I'm pretty sure it is. Because we just got to think, like, its moveset is way too OP. And I mean, in a lot of ways, Pokemon Red and Blue are much easier than Pokemon Yellow. So yeah, I'm going to do that run separately. That will just be a fun one. I might do that as a quick little live stream or something. Just Gyarados, Pokemon Red and Blue, super minimum battles. Because it could be good enough to get it done. Not sure, but at least it makes logical sense that it could get it done. The end game might be the problem. Anyway, we have made it to Mewtwo. Let's save and let's just destroy this one. So here, I'm going Hyper Beam. Oh, he recovers and he barriers. Here, I'm gonna Hydro Pump him now. Okay, we're doing about a quarter with Hydro Pump. And he barriers, so we beat Mewtwo on the first attempt. Level 65 Godfish. Absolute legend. Anyway, we have beaten the game, and as is tradition, that means that there's one last thing to do. We know what it is. We gotta go beat up a Mewtwo.
with our Eggy boy. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh man, it's too bad that I wasn't able to get the exceptional collab to go. Schedules just didn't work out. You know, I wasn't healthy. I was in the hospital. He was doing his own thing. You know, he was trying to grind for the end of the year. Can't blame him. This was back in like September. We were talking about this. Still would love to do a collab with him someday because he's an awesome dude. If you haven't checked him out, check him out. There are so many great people in the solo running space. You know, you've got Squidgy in Gen 2, you've got Exceptional in Gen 3, you've got Speedrunner 218 who does a bunch of gens. You've got Gym Leader Matt, who's my personal favorite. I think mostly does Gen 1 and Gen 2 stuff. Scotty, of course. You know, the fam, the crew, my boys. So with that being said, let's get into this Mewtwo. Let's go. So here, Mewtwo strategy, I'm going to put it to sleep, obviously. And now I think we even Psychic this one to lower its special, if possible. Let's see if we can get some special drops here. Hey, we got a special drop there, and we resist Psychic, so this is fine. Oh, here, come on. Come on, no, we get knocked out the first attempt by Mewtwo. That was stupid, the critical hit Swift. Okay, let's go for this again. Hypnosis into Psychic. Just for the special drops. That's all we're going for. Special drops galore. You know, the game's going to be like, it's not very effective, but it is superly effective if you just lower his special enough. And then he uses Swift, and we win. There we go. We have defeated the entire game with our good egg. Look at that. In the end, a 138 attack, 126 defense, 89 speed, 175 special, and the final moveset, Stomp, Hypnosis, Psychic, Mega Drain. We only used one TM in this entire run. We end up with a score of 93.7. So this Pokemon, yet again, with a Gen 2 trade back, is an S tier Pokemon. If you do this without that, you are not even getting through Brock, so you're probably taking a bunch of optional battles there. And yeah, it's probably not S tier. But here, very quickly, before I sign off, let's just give some love to channel members. Give the love because you guys are actually completely amazing. So let's go in opposite order, newest to oldest. We're gonna go Mike the Potato, Zin, Zachary Michener. Please tell me how to pronounce it, dude. Hot Chicken Curry is the coolest. I appreciate that so much. Oh man, I could go for some hot chicken curry. There we go. Eirik Bakken, Bitter Zombie. Thanks for always hanging around, Bitter. I've obviously seen tons of comments from you, and it's good to have you over in the Discord, dude. Thank you. And we got Cody McKinley, we got David Lee, Shrike Prime, Natalie C, Avalon Rhapsodos. We've got Omnifarious86. Omnifarious has also been dropping tons and tons of comments. I appreciate you, dude. We've got Falcion Belche, John Calabro. I mentioned before about one of the runs that John did. You just got to check him out. He's awesome. Another fellow PokeTuber getting into the action. Next, we've got Kyle Baker, who is now also on GSC Pokemon Challenges as a channel member. You're just incredible, dude. Thank you so much. Always leaves comments too, and I look forward to them because Kyle just makes the best puns. Like, the best, sometimes terrible puns. You're amazing, dude. Thank you so much. Marvelous Racing, also supporting over on GSC Pokemon Challenges. Appreciate you. Ball13 has been around for a long time supporting the channel, so thank you, thank you. MC Paul or Mick Paul, not sure how you prefer to pronounce it, dude, but obviously been a long time supporter as well. You know, way longer than you've been a channel member. You've been here just supporting me and giving me good comments and things like that, so thank you, thank you. Painted Eyes, we've got Cody Smith 73 mentioned his Gen 2 reskins of Pokemon Yellow sprites. Really want that. Really want that, Cody Smith. Come on. Matthew, we've got Priestess E, we've got Jared Rose, Super Saiyajin Jared Rose, also over on the Patreon. Jared Rose is coming up to 2024. You got to give me another challenge, man. We did the Bruno. People have loved the Bruno challenge. Bruno is now the third most watched video in the history of the channel in just, less than a month. So you got the good ideas. Please share them with me. All of you guys. TTC 345. We've got Eliwick Voltron. We've got Super Saiyajin Derp also in the double team tier. Absolutely incredible. The double team is the highest level of the channel memberships. So just that level of support is so amazing. Gabriel Jackie T. Sorry, I jumped over the Cat Herd Ampersand. We've got Gabriel Jackie T, Austin Jackson, Constantinos Intanakis, Corey London, Dan Splam, Anderson and Tunis Anderson and Tunis de Lou just gave me a very nice Christmas comment. So I appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you too. You say it's a present from me to give you guys videos. It's a present that I get every time that I read your guys' amazing comments. So thank you. Mistral Psycho, supporting here and over on Patreon. Of course, Roclaw, Pyro, Rory Merkel is here and on GSC Pokemon Challenges. Andrew Palmer and Zane Winter to round out the list. That's the most channel members that we've ever had. Now, I gifted a few of these, but I'm going to keep doing that. We're going to keep gifting out some channel memberships when we do some of the live streams every month. And yeah, let's just keep this going, guys. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. But you tell me what you think, right? Exeggutor versus Gyarados, who are traded in movesets, I think is pretty cool because they're super strong Pokemon. But for the weak Pokemon, you tell me which ones you think we should do. And then let's also look ahead. Next year, I've got the Lorelei run in the works. I'm working on the overlay so that we can actually just have it pick the move each time. So I won't be doing like the little random number generator. Rather, I want it to be automated. Every time I use a move, it's going to roll again. That's what I'm working on. Hopefully I get it done this weekend and we can get started on that run. So the Lorelei run will get done in Pokemon Yellow. Going to be doing some super minimum battles runs. I'm going to be editing up this race. I'm going to be editing up the Dragon Pokemon. I've got until the 3rd of January off. So the next 6 days, I'm just going to be kind of grinding to make content. But if you guys have other ideas, I'm always super open to them. Anyway, that does it for me. I'm just rambling at this point. Just want to say the best to you and yours. Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a just happy holiday season. This will be up just before the new year, but that does it for this one. See you in the next one. Later.